Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking to you about radiotherapy. So radiotherapy, I had 25 sessions in all. It's spread over 5 weeks. So you go every day, Monday to Friday, with the weekends off. I just want to go through the process with you, just to give you a little bit of an idea of what happens. So the very first one is basically for the alignment. You have little tattoos, so I had one here and 2 either side, and that's just so they can line you up each time you go in with the lasers and everything. And I went through a scanner, so again that was just for the alignment. And then the first time I actually went into the radiotherapy room, they went through the whole process but with no radiation, and it's just to give you, it's just literally for them to line you up, get you onto their system on the computer, and it gives you some idea of what's going to happen. So that's the first couple. And then the very first one, you're in there for quite a while. The first couple for the alignment, you'll probably takes about 30-40 minutes. And for me, the worst part was having to have my arms up above my head, because I was 3 months post mastectomy, so that was quite a little bit uncomfortable for me. Obviously, everybody goes through the treatments differently, so you might not have had a mastectomy, you might have just had a lumpectomy, you might just be having radiotherapy, not chemotherapy or any sort of surgery. So again, it's all different, the whole process is different all the time. So this is just my experience. So yeah, so the first two, basically the alignment, and then you have your first radiation. And this is completely painless. I think the anticipation of radiation is actually worse than the treatment. You just don't know what to expect. You don't know if it's going to hurt, if it's going to burn. It's really, and you have these big machines whirring around you, and it's all a bit daunting, but it's honestly a really painless experience, and you just get used to it. When you're going every day, you do get used to it. So I had a machine that had like 3 different parts to it, and it would whir around me like that, and it really reminded me of the Wall-E movie. I used to think it looked like Wall-E, so it just used to make me smile and think about Disney movies. So that was fine. So yeah, so they just sort of go around you doing the different things that they do, and then you see a light on the wall that goes red when the actual radiation is being passed through. I used to count how many seconds they went off, so you get to know how long it's taking and when it's nearly finished. Each session gets quicker, so the first few, as I said, are about 30 minutes, and it sort of goes down a bit. So probably the least it used to take me is about 10 minutes, and then sometimes they have to reprogram, so you might be in there for half an hour again. But generally it's anything from what I've heard from other people as well, it's from about 5 minutes to 15 minutes, so that's fine. Again, the worst thing for me was having my hands over my head. I found that quite uncomfortable, and not being able to move. That for me is really difficult. I'm such a fidget. You can see in my videos I'm always moving around and fidgeting about, so that's quite hard, the having to stay still. But apart from that, the actual process of the radiotherapy is just totally painless. It's fine. So I had a friend that used to sing a song to herself. I used to meditate sometimes. You can think about your shopping list. Hey, you've got 10-15 minutes to yourself, so you may as well use it wisely. So after the process is when it's important. So as soon as I finished my session, I used to smother myself with vitamin E cream, just all over. And then again, if you bathe or shower, like later on in the night, again, I used to smother myself in this. That aqueous cream is also another one that's supposed to be really good. And as I'm always nagging you guys, drink loads of water, literally, so you're hydrating inside and out. I think this makes a massive difference to how it's going to affect you. I just got a very slight pinkish tinge to my skin. Sometimes it would itch, I got a few spots, but I never burnt, so I was quite lucky in that sense. I think a lot of that is down to like hydrating. The other thing about radiotherapy is it does fatigue you. I used to literally be fit for nothing after my radiotherapy, and the travelling time again, sometimes if you live far away from the hospital, this could take a long time for you to get to the place, and then you have like 10 minutes treatment and then you've got to go back again. So it's sometimes the travelling is quite tiring as well, but it does fatigue you, and by the end of your sessions, as the weeks go on, you'll find that you get more and more tired. So if you've got things planned or anything when you're having a radiotherapy treatment, just be aware that you'll probably feel quite tired, so don't plan any parachute jumps or anything like that. Or running 5k, you might struggle a bit with that. Keep on with your walking, your yoga and your stretching. I did personally, I stopped doing my exercises and the yoga, and I really found it set me back. I almost went back to square one, like I was post-surgery again. So I really would recommend that you keep up with your exercises, keep walking, keep doing your yoga, keep doing your mastectomy exercises, your stretches. I really do recommend that. The other thing with having radiotherapy is they recommend that you don't go out into the sunshine. I had mine during the summer, so I used to keep myself covered up, or I'd go in the shade. I had nice brown legs, but literally used to keep everything covered up here. So just be careful when you're going out into the sunshine. Again, I know of ladies that have quite a while after radiotherapy, and they just had a tiny bit exposed like that, and it got really sore. So just be really careful, make sure you put sunblock on, but best thing is just to keep covered or go in the shade. Also for bathing, I was told by some people that they weren't allowed to bathe, just take like warm showers, but I asked my team and they said that was absolutely fine as long as you don't have the water scorching hot. Us ladies like to have a hot bath, so just be sensible with the water temperature, and make sure you use again, non-perfume products, just natural products on your skin. Again, we're all different to how we react to our treatments. So this is my personal experience. Some people may have worse symptoms, or you might not have any symptoms. But I would my top tips will be just to keep hydrated, to keep putting the cream on. So I hope that set your mind at rest if you've got some radiation coming up, and I will see you guys really soon. Take care.